this will just be like me talking to you guys about an epiphany I had. So throughout my life, personally, I felt like anything I wanted to do, I needed not permission, but I needed somebody to tell me it was okay. Somebody to encourage me to go through with it. Like, for example, I'm not saying this really happened, but for example, I wanted to become a fashion designer after watching so many episodes of Project Runway. I was like, you know what? I can draw. You know what? I can train myself to become very good at sewing. But then I'd go to friends and they'd be like, no, you can't do that. You're not automatically skilled. You're not automatically talented. So don't do it. So then I would just be like, oh, okay. They know me well, so maybe I should listen. This has been one of my biggest regrets of my life. And I don't want that to happen to anyone else. I don't want anyone, whatever your dream is, you need to believe in it. If you want, for example, we'll follow the fashion designing example. If you believe, you know what, I can be a fashion designer, I can do it. I like my taste, and other people like it as well. Maybe it's not you, but other people do. So you need to believe in yourselves without waiting for permission from other people. Because if you continue waiting, you just waste many years of your life. And it's not worth it. There's so many other things to live for in life, not just sitting around waiting for somebody to wake up one morning and they're like, oh, Khadija girl, you are great. You would be amazing at fashion. No, that's not the way anyone's life should live. You should honestly face any of these fears, any fears of feeling like you need to be acknowledged. You need for somebody to tell you, you know what, you're amazing. You are doing a great job. Sometimes to get to that state, it takes time. And throughout that process of waiting for it to happen, you shouldn't just sit down and be idle. You should not sit down and wake up every morning thinking, oh, did Rashid finally, do you think it would be the day where my husband would finally tell me, for example, he'd finally tell me like, I can go into fashion? Please, you can't do that. It's not fair to you to do that. Many of the times you feel like, if no one tells me this, then khalas, I won't do it. I'll just go with whatever job I have. I'll be miserable because nobody is telling me that I'm great at my sketch. My sketches are great. That I wake up and I'm amazing. You can't do that. Whether it's related to fashion, whether it's related to gaming, whether it's related to writing, anything in the world, you have to remember, very few people wake up with that talent. Whatever you want to be, you just need practice. You just need to train in whatever you want. If you want to be a fashion designer, you just need to train yourself for your sketches, to figure out the kind of fabrics, whatever it is, until you feel confident in yourself. You're like, you know what? I'm ready. I like this dress I designed. I like this creation I created, I made. And then before receiving any kind of admiration from anyone else, you need to admire your talents. You need to admire what you're creating. You're like, you know what? Maybe this time this dress didn't work. But then you learn from it. You learn from your mistakes. And then only through doing that, you're able to learn and get better. Born wasn't built in a day, right? Neither were you. In this sense. In the sense of your talents, maybe they're there, but you need to tell yourself, you need to be patient enough, appreciating the process until you get to where you need to be. If you're a fashion designer, maybe you admire someone like Carolina Herrera, for example. Carolina Herrera didn't wake up and she was like, oh, look, I'm fabulous. Everyone wants to be me. I'm gonna sell so many dresses. I'm gonna do this. You can't wake up one day and think that way. I remember my sister told me a long time ago, I don't think she even remembers it. She was like, even Beyonce didn't wake up when she was a baby, and she was like, you know what? When I grow up, I would be the Beyonce we know now. You have to work on yourself. But furthermore, you need to believe in yourself without waiting for other people to acknowledge it. Over time, maybe they will, but also maybe they won't. It's not always a guarantee. It's really nice getting reassurance from people. It's wonderful. But you can't wait your whole life thinking, oh my God, is today the day? Will he or she tell me I have the talent? It's not fair to you. Life is too short. You can't live like that. What do you guys think? Am I too extravagant in this way of thinking? Let me know what you went through in your life, whether you had to wait to be acknowledged by somebody or not. One of our followers said, thank you, G. She said, yes, and you need to be loved and believe in yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's always nice to be loved, especially when you're going through all of this. However, if God forbid, you're all alone, you're in a different country, let's say, and you don't have friends, you don't know the language, for example, you need to slowly teach yourself or learn the different skills which would enable you to just come into fruition with coming about your goal or your dream, whether it's fashion, gaming, or anything in the world, anything at all. So let me know, everyone.